On today's IRS tax refund update, we will recap the latest developments, including the next round of tax refunds scheduled this week. Meanwhile, we are getting reports that a number of tax filers who e-filed their returns this year and paid any balance owed are now receiving balance due letters, so we will take a look at what the IRS is now saying about this problem. And from there, take a look at those ongoing delays and the different scenarios, those seeing the 570 and or 971 codes on their tax transcripts. Starting off with the latest, as the next batch of tax refunds is scheduled to be released and transmitted by the IRS on June 20th, as confirmed by the refund status results and tax transcripts seen here. Now, if you are part of this latest refund batch, do allow up until June 25th for it to post to your bank account before initiating a payment trace with the IRS. And as a reminder, not all refund status results will update even after the tax refund has been sent. So make sure to check your tax transcripts and locate the 846 code as seen here to confirm you are in fact part of the latest refund batch. Meanwhile, we have been hearing from a number of viewers who filed their taxes this year and who paid any balance owed to the IRS that they are receiving the CP-14 notice from the IRS, indicating they still owe the balance in question. Now, in the last week, this has become a big enough problem that the IRS has in fact addressed it and confirmed these letters were sent out in error in a number of instances where the letter was sent out before the payment was in fact processed. There are also instances where there may have been an error discovered on the tax return after the payment was processed, which may result in a different balance owed to the IRS. Now, for those who paid their tax balance in full and on time and still received this notice, should not do anything at this time, and that any penalties and interest will be automatically adjusted when the payments are applied correctly by the IRS. And for those who only paid part of the balance owed, should follow the instructions they received on the CP-14 notice. Moving on to those ongoing tax refund delays, as many still experiencing them, are reporting seeing a combination of the 570 and 971 on their tax transcripts. And there are several different scenarios. Those who are seeing the 570 tax transcript code will fall under starting off with the 570 code, and 971 codes have different dates appearing next to them. Now, this means there is a hold on the processing of your tax return, which could be a result of random income and withholding review. An error was discovered on the tax return. Income verification to match what your employer is reporting is pending, or the return has been selected for audit, and that the IRS is still working on the issue with a notice being sent out about the situation, usually a 60-day notice. Now, another scenario, and a more favorable one, is seeing the 570 and 971 codes on the tax transcript that show the same date. Now, this means the IRS has auto-corrected any issue they encountered or simply conducted the review of the tax return that was necessary, and that the refund was cleared for processing. If there were any changes made to the return, the IRS will notate them in the letter being sent out and give the opportunity for the taxpayer to appeal, usually within 30 days. Otherwise, the refund will be sent out based on past trends 4 to 6 weeks after the dates next to the 570 and 971 codes. Another scenario is just seeing the 570 tax transcript code appear on the tax transcript now. Again, it is identifying a potential issue with the tax return, or just that it has been selected for review. Now, you will want to check back on your tax transcripts weekly, usually on Friday mornings, for an update, and will want to see a 971 transcript code notifying you a letter has been sent, and ideally, a 571 code, which will reverse the 570 transcript code, and finally, the 846 refund code. For those still experiencing refund delays, and it has been over 60 days since you filed your return and have not reached out for assistance, it is now recommended you do so by either contacting the taxpayer advocate and opening up a case, or contacting your local congressional representative's office for assistance. Now, while there will be some issues that will resolve themselves that are leading to delays, there are other issues that will not, such as ID verification, and will need action on your part, which only can be complicated by the fact impacted taxpayers may not be receiving all of the notices they are supposed to from the IRS. Let us know in the comment section below about your ongoing tax issue. In the meantime, we will keep monitoring the situation for further developments, so make sure to click on the thumbs up and subscribe button below for future updates on this channel, and thanks for watching.